Welcome back to Prop News Time. Here are the headlines for the day. Chhattisgarh Infrastructure, Korba, gears up for industrial revival with power, coal and infra project Korba, dubbed India's the power capital, is undergoing a transformation with major infrastructure and energy projects. A cutting-edge 800 megawatt AUSC power plant by NTPC BHL is set to enhance efficiency and lower emissions. The Kusmunda coal expansion, costing 957 million US dollars, 7,958 crore rupees, will raise output to 50 million tons per annum by 2025. The Aluminum Park revival, 200 crore rupees in civic upgrades, and integration with the Nagpur Industrial Corridor are poised to boost industrial and urban growth. With these projects, including roads, underbridges, and sports facilities, Korba is positioning itself as a model for sustainable, integrated industrial development in India. Goa. Infra push in Margao with new hospital, flyover, parking, and smart city projects. Margao, South Goa's commercial and cultural capital, is undergoing a 1,679 crore rupee infrastructure revamp. The 11-kilometer Margao Western Bypass, now complete at 482 crore rupees, features a 1.2-kilometer elevated viaduct to protect River Sal's floodplains. A 747 crore rupee NH66 flyover project will connect the bypass to Konkolim, easing traffic congestion. A 450 crore rupee 500-bed district hospital is underway to improve public health care, while a multi-level car park and smart city-funded urban renewal initiatives are set to upgrade civic infrastructure. These projects aim to transform Margao into a modern, accessible city, while safeguarding its environmental and cultural identity. Guwahati to install GIS-based smart number plates for 3 lakh properties. The Guwahati Municipal Corporation, GMC, has initiated a smart house numbering system, SHEN-S, to assign unique GIS-based number plates to over 3 lakh properties. This initiative aims to enhance transparency and efficiency in taxation, infrastructure planning, and municipal services. The project, conducted by GeoVista Technologies Private Limited, has completed surveys in 27 out of 60 wards, with plans to finish the remainder by year-end. The new system will not alter existing house numbers, but will supplement them with digital identifiers to streamline various municipal processes. Infrastructure updates. India aims to achieve 100 km per day highway construction target. Union Minister Shri Nitin Gadkari recently highlighted the importance of infrastructure development for India's growth, sharing his ambitious target of constructing 100 kilometers of highways per day. Speaking at IMA's 10th National Leadership Conclave, Gadkari shared that India's road infrastructure will surpass that of the United States in the next 18 months. He also emphasized ongoing highway projects, including the construction of 25,000 kilometers of 2- and 4-lane roads, and reiterated that funding is not a constraint. Gadkari outlined the government's commitment to a transformative 1 lakh crore rupee infrastructure project in Delhi, while stressing the significance of teamwork and transparency. NCLAT rejects Supertech promoters' plea against personal insolvency proceedings. The National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, NCLAT, has dismissed the appeal filed by Ram Kishore Arora, former promoter of Supertech Limited, challenging the initiation of personal insolvency proceedings against him. The Delhi bench of the National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, had directed these proceedings in February 2025, following a petition by IFCI, appointing an interim resolution professional, IRP. Arora's counsel argued that the ongoing corporate insolvency proceedings under Section 7 of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, IBC, should preclude personal insolvency actions. However, the NCLAT rejected this argument, stating that the liability of the PASA of the personal guarantor and the corporate debtor are coextensive, allowing lenders to proceed against both simultaneously or separately. Gurugram home buyers protest, stalled, Mahira Homes project, demand urgent government action. Earlier this week, over 1,400 distressed home buyers of the Mahira Homes project in Sector 68, Gurugram, staged a protest at Jantar Mantar, seeking urgent intervention from the central government. The project, launched in 2017 under the Affordable Housing Scheme, has remained incomplete despite buyers having paid between 95% to 100% of the flat cost. The license for the project was revoked in 2022 due to alleged document forgery and financial irregularities, followed by cancellation of its RERA registration. Although a techno-feasibility report by NBCC suggested completion with additional payments, buyers have firmly opposed bearing further financial burden. Haryana RERA pushes DTCP to act on OSB's stalled affordable housing projects. The Haryana Real Estate Regulatory Authority, HRERA, has urged the Department of Town and Country Planning, DTCP, to make a decisive move regarding 3 stalled affordable housing projects by Ocean 7 Buildtech, OSB, in Gurugram. These projects, located in sectors 69, 70 and 109, have been inactive for over 1 year, leaving more than 1,000 home buyers in limbo. HRERA has proposed 2 options. Either reinstate OSB's licenses to allow project completion or transfer the 5 projects to another competent agency. The situation has been exacerbated by financial irregularities, non-compliance with regulatory norms, and the suspension of OSB's licenses and bank accounts. Andhra Pradesh. Over 1,000 families to get free plot registration under Mana Illu, Mana Lokesh. The Andhra Pradesh government, under the leadership of HRD and IT Minister Nara Lokesh, has initiated a free registration drive for house sites allocated to economically weaker sections in Mangalagiri. Beneficiaries will receive full ownership rights after 2 years. This initiative, which falls under the Mana Illu, Mana Lokesh program, has already covered more than 1,030 families, including over 430 earlier this week. The minister also announced a series of infrastructure projects, such as a 100-bed hospital, improved roads, and urban drainage. The drive reflects a larger development vision for Mangalagiri, coinciding with Lokesh's political resurgence. Bengaluru's Shivaram Karanth layout nears completion with over 30,000 plots ready for allotment. The Bangalore Development Authority, BD, is making significant progress on the Dr. Shivaram Karanth layout in North Bengaluru, with over 30,000 plots under development. Approximately 16,000 to 17,000 plots are allocated to farmers who contributed land, while 7,000 to 8,000 plots are designated for public allotment. The BDA has set the price at 4,900 rupees per square foot, making a 30 by 40 site cost around 58,80,000 rupees. Despite 80% of the work being completed, including road construction and utility installations, the allotment process awaits clearance from the High Court due to pending legal issues related to land acquisition. Contractors have been given a 3-month deadline to complete the remaining infrastructure work. Goa High Court cracks down on misuse of Socorro housing scheme for low-income families. The Bombay High Court at Goa has instructed the state government to probe the alleged misuse of the 20-point program in Socorro, Bardez, a housing scheme meant to support economically weaker sections. The directive was issued in response to a petition filed by a resident who accused the authorities of turning a blind eye to the unauthorized and commercial use of homes constructed under the scheme. The court has now tasked the Deputy Collector of Bardez with investigating the matter and submitting a report to the North Goa Collector within 6 months. Ghaziabad's PMAI dreams stall as eligibility hurdles and infrastructure delays persist. In Ghaziabad, the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana (PMAY) has encountered significant challenges. Out of 17,875 applications, only 2,760 meet the eligibility criteria. Despite the Ghaziabad Development Authority (GDA) preparing 2,000 housing units, beneficiaries remain without homes due to incomplete essential amenities like electricity, water, and roads. Private developers, responsible for 6,150 units, have yet to deliver any. The verification process for applicants has been sluggish, further delaying allotments. While over 88 lakh houses have been delivered under PMAYU nationwide, Ghaziabad's projects lag. Ludhiana Improvement Trust awaits final notification on non-construction fee rebate. The Ludhiana Improvement Trust (LIT) is awaiting the final notification from the Punjab government to begin offering a rebate on non-construction fees (NCF) for plot allottees. While the state cabinet has approved a discount on these dues, the process cannot begin until the official notification is received. Plot holders who delay construction face NCF charges, and many allottees remain unaware of these regulations, leading to an estimated 30 crore rupees in unpaid dues. Elite is also dealing with issues related to property sales where new owners fail to register. Chandigarh residents face steeper property tax bills as the civic body rolls out revised rates. The Chandigarh Municipal Corporation (MC) has begun distributing property tax bills for the current financial year, incorporating revised rates that significantly increase the tax burden on residents and businesses. The residential property tax has been tripled, while commercial rates have doubled as per the Chandigarh administration's mandate. Around 1,42,000 property owners are expected to receive these bills. Taxpayers can avail of rebates of 20% for residential and 10% for commercial properties if dues are cleared in April and May. Delayed payments will attract penalties and interest. Despite assurances from the ruling party, no relief on the revised rates has been granted. SBI and Bank of India cut lending rates after RBI's repo rate reduction. Following the RBI's 25 basis points repo rate cut, major banks like SBI and Bank of India have lowered their lending rates. SBI's repo-linked lending rate is now 8.25%, while Bank of India's home loan rates start at 7.9%, depending on credit scores. Fixed deposit rates have also been trimmed by up to 25 basis points, affecting small savers and retirees. HDFC and ICICI have reduced savings account rates to as low as 2.75%. Experts say cheaper loans may boost housing demand in Tier 2 and 3 cities, while depositors may need to explore better returns amid falling interest income. Noida sets up INR 400 crore municipal fund to future-proof civic services. The Noida Authority has launched a 400 crore rupees dedicated corpus fund to support the city's municipal services amid concerns about declining revenue from land sales and lease rent. Currently spending 1,500 crore rupees annually on civic upkeep, the authority aims to create a financial buffer for long-term sustainability. The fund will be built using one-time lease rent payments from property owners and was approved by the Noida board on March 28th. With rising urban costs and limited land inventory, officials say the move ensures uninterrupted services like sanitation and lighting, serving as a model for other Indian cities facing similar fiscal challenges. SIP inflows may touch INR 40,000 crore/month by 2026, amid rising income and tax relief. Systematic investment plans, SIPs, may see monthly inflows rise to 40,000 crore rupees within the next 18 to 24 months, according to Union AMC CEO Madhu Nair. In FY25, SIP inflows averaged 24,113 crore rupees per month. up from 16,602 crore rupees in FY24, supported by rising disposable incomes and tax breaks. The new tax regime from April 2025, offering relief for incomes up to 12 lakh rupees, is expected to boost savings and mutual fund participation. Despite a slight drop in SIP accounts, AUM rose to 13.31 lakh crore rupees. Union AMC is also eyeing up as expansion into AIFs, SIFs, and GIFT City to broaden its investment platform. BBMP collects 95% of property tax target with tech-led strategy and OTS scheme. The Bruhad Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, BBMP, has managed to collect 95% of its property tax target for FY25, gathering the 4,930 crore rupees against the projected 5,210 crore rupees. This success was largely attributed to measures like IT-driven follow-ups, a one-time settlement scheme, and robust arrears recovery protocols. While Yelahanka and Mahadevapura zones surpassed their targets, zones like Bommanahali and R. Nagar fell behind. With an ambitious target of over 6,000 crore rupees set for FY26, BBMP plans to improve compliance without raising tax rates, which have remained unchanged since 2016. India's retail boom: 20 premium malls to open in 8 cities by 2026. As demand surges, real estate consultant Cushman & Wakefield reports that nearly 20 premium shopping malls offering 12.3 million square feet of retail space will be operational across 8 major cities by the end of 2026. These malls aim to meet the increasing demand from retailers seeking expansion opportunities. Out of the total, 8.6 million square feet will be superior Grade A+ malls, reflecting a shift towards quality and experience-driven retail environments. The growth will be concentrated in cities like Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and Bengaluru, and reflects an evolving retail landscape focused on curated consumer experiences. IHCL expands to 380 hotels in FY25, with 74 new signings and 26 openings across 14 countries. Tata Group's Indian Hotels Company Limited, IHCL, expanded its portfolio to 380 hotels in FY 2024 to 25, with 74 new signings and 26 hotel openings. The company now has 137 properties under development across 14 countries and 150 plus locations. Its Ginger brand led the growth with 9 new hotels in cities like Nagpur, Coimbatore, and Srinagar. IHCL also entered new global markets, including Bahrain and Ras Al Khaimah. Under its Accelerate 2030 strategy, IHCL continues expanding brands like Vivanta and Selections, while creating 2,500 plus jobs this year, reinforcing its leadership in India's hospitality sector and beyond. Industrial manufacturing cluster to be set up near Hyzer Airport to boost Haryana's economy in a bid to strengthen Haryana's industrial growth. A large industrial manufacturing cluster, IMC, will be developed near Maharaja Agrasen Airport in Hisar, spanning approximately 3,000 acres. The project, with an estimated cost of 4,680 crore rupees, will be developed jointly by the Haryana government and the National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation, NICDC. This IMC, the largest under the Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor, is expected to attract investments of around 32,000 crore rupees and create over 10,000 jobs. It will feature modern infrastructure, including roads, water treatment, and waste management plants. The project is poised to enhance Haryana's economic landscape significantly. India gears up for 50 new airport projects as part of aviation infrastructure push. The Indian government is preparing to undertake 50 airport development projects over the next 5 years, focusing on both new airports and major upgrades to existing ones. This initiative is part of a broader plan to strengthen the country's aviation ecosystem, which has seen the number of operational airports rise from 74 in 2014 to 159 currently. Civil Aviation Secretary Vumlunmang Vualnam stated that the development will follow a holistic approach, involving public-private partnerships and improved land acquisition processes. Meanwhile, industry projections indicate the region will need capital investments of around USD 240 billion for greenfield and brownfield airport projects. Industrial manufacturing cluster to be set up near Hisar Airport to boost Haryana's economy in a bid to strengthen Haryana's industrial growth. A large industrial manufacturing cluster, IMC, will be developed near Maharaja Agrasen Airport in Hisar, spanning approximately 3,000 acres. The project, with an estimated cost of INR 4,680 crore, will be developed jointly by the Haryana government and the National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation, NICDC. This IMC, the largest under the Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor, is expected to attract investments of around 32,000 crore and create over 10,000 jobs. It will feature modern infrastructure, including roads, water treatment, and waste management plants. The project is poised to enhance Haryana's economic landscape significantly. Amaravati's INR 65,000 crore capital city project resumes after 5-year freeze. Construction work has finally resumed on the Amaravati capital city project in Andhra Pradesh after a 5-year hiatus. Estimated to cost INR 65,000 crore, the project envisions a world-class urban center designed by UK-based Foster and Partners. With financial backing from the Indian government, international lenders, and HUDCO, the development is planned to be completed in phases, with Phase 1 targeted for completion in the next 3 years. The city is expected to generate 1.5 million jobs, house 3.5 million residents, and contribute USD 35 billion to GDP by 2050. China's exports jumped 12.4% in March 2025 as firms race ahead of US tariff hike. China recorded a 12.4% surge in exports in March 2025 as exporters rushed to beat a 145% US tariff on Chinese goods. Imports dropped 4.3%, highlighting weak domestic demand. The country's Q1 trade surplus with the US reached USD 76.6 billion. The rise in shipments, though sharp, is seen as temporary amid ongoing US-China tensions. China is diversifying its export markets across Asia and Africa to offset potential losses. While the global supply chain faces pressure, Southeast Asian economies may see short-term trade gains. Analysts warn of inflationary risks ahead as trade patterns shift and geopolitical tensions remain unresolved. Buyer interest in UK homes hits 6-month low after tax break ends. Britain's housing market weakened in March as tax incentives ended and economic concerns grew, according to a Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors (RICS) survey. New buyer inquiries dropped to a net balance of -32, the lowest since September 2023, down from -16 in February. Agreed home sales also declined. The end of the stamp duty break and negative global developments, including potential trade tensions from US tariffs, worsened sentiment. RICS's house price balance fell to +2, the weakest since August 2024, missing forecasts of +8. While prices may decline short-term, surveyors expect modest growth over the next year, despite market uncertainty. QIA may buy stake in Kering's 1.3 billion Milan property amid debt concerns. The Qatar Investment Authority, QIA, is reportedly exploring the purchase of a stake in Kering's luxury property on Via Monte Napoleone in Milan, which was acquired by the French fashion giant less than a year ago for EUR 1.3 billion. The move comes amid mounting financial pressure on Kering. primarily due to falling sales at Gucci. Kering recently executed a similar transaction with Ardian involving Paris real estate to reduce its debt, which now exceeds EUR 10.5 billion. While Kering declined to comment and QIA was unreachable, Kering's shares surged following relief from US tariffs, potentially boosting investor sentiment. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines.